cold cause I come from the shot. I'm shooting back, I ain't ducking no shots. Got power like Samson, I cut off the locks.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Indianapolis Colts and the Minnesota Vikings. Greg Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Jackson looking to throw right away. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. His first pass attempt of the game, Charles, and the pass rusher's right there to hit him. But no fear, he delivered an accurate ball. Nice catch.
And you never want to see your quarterback getting hit, but it also sends a message to the rest of the team when he's able to take that shot and still deliver downfield. Showing a little toughness, and the team rallies around him. This could really help them on their drive.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll go with the option. Coming right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. 20. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. Now Jackson. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. Lamar Jackson, for all the talents of escaping pressure that he possesses, he was helpless to do much of anything there. He had no chance. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Play action. Now Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the gun, Murray. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And the Vikings had 4-9 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Von Miller, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. Now it's Jackson. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
It always seems like a lightning bolt when you get a big run on 3rd and inches. But in this case, all the credit has to go to the offensive line. They out-leveraged the defensive front and created a gap for him to get through and create that big-time run.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
To throw is Jackson. Open man is Taylor. He's got him. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Jackson will throw again. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Zadarius Smith from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further from the gun. It's Taylor. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
3rd and goal, Jackson. Looking for Pearson, he's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from evening this one up. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play G. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Vikings. Over here at their own 22-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open.
And it's a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster, and we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
When you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out ahead, away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Dawson Knox, 56 yards. And the Colts will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. First down, Murray. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. Throwing now is Murray. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Joseph's got it, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. That's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season
December.
of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson. 71 yards. And the Vikings have retaken a third-quarter lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
On second down, it's Taylor. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
DC.
Jackson on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 109 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. Jackson now. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. He's got room at the 30. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming from the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this fourth quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great fourth quarter.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Shaquille Leonard in there to blow that play up. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Murray. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Murray. And he fires one, but incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded at about the 28. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 141 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Throwing is Jackson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Colts are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Throwing now is Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 15. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the fourth quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for the Colts, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants.
DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring them in the. You know I stay with some bad little babies. TGOD, baby, know that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We doing honest, we going insane. Pouring this. Yeah, homies got me pouring this. We get awards, but we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shot, and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions. Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, it's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow their mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back and doubled up, now you in trouble. My all hustle, my diamonds are huddled up. TGOD got this off the muscle. Ask me about my life, man, I love it. Got so many rings, I need room for another one. Been through the pain, now it ain't no more struggle. My team win the game, put our face on the cover, brother. We the champions.
Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.